Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show hosted by a basement dweller who grew up scrounging terrible fan subs on sketchy websites prior to the convenience of modern streaming, alongside a willfully ignorant soul whose only knowledge of anime comes from the shows forced upon him here. This show will contain spoilers, incorrect information, and copious amounts of adult language. Our hosts are not experts on any topic, and everything they say should be taken with a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And I check out applications for my new boyfriend.
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
Rem, you can't say things like that because people are going to think that you and I are breaking up even though we don't have a relationship in the first place.
My girlfriend also might find it a little bit shocking, but she doesn't.
Yeah, no, like as soon as she starts, she searches for all the paperwork that you've been doing, they're going to be spreadsheets and applications and really nicely graphically designed ones because you're not terrible at graphic design. I feel like it'll be more concerning to her than anybody else.
Do you want to be my boyfriend? Well, send an email with your application over on to Anime Out of Context.
No, you can't encourage that. Rem, you cannot encourage that. A good chunk of our audience is underage.
If you're underage, then obviously, your application is denied. It's not even looked at. So Shaun, it's been rough.
Rough. Yeah.
Last week, especially, but also it's been, I think, about 2 goddamn months since I've seen anything good.
I understand.
I think that the last one that I properly liked might have been March Comes In Like a Lion.
Oh god, you might be right.
I think that.
Oh no, we did Iruma-kun, Demon School. Blue-haired kid goes to hell, raised by a demon grandpa. You enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that one was surprisingly decent. All right, so there have been in the past 2 months a whopping 2 things that I've liked.
Yeah. But last week I promised you, from the bottom of my heart, that I would give something nice and easy that you would guaranteed to enjoy, no question about it.
That's good because I'm still real fucked up.
Yeah, no, Rem, let me put it to you this way. You need a break. I need a break because at this point I've just finished watching all of Alicization and have started watching Underworld and for the dark future when we have to cover those because
you don't want to be caught unaware again.
I don't want to be caught unaware again because that was horrible last week, Rem. I know it was bad for you. It was very bad for you. It was also bad for me that time. It was just a bad experience all around. It's the kind of experience that at the next morning you just don't talk about it and you go your separate ways usually. But we can't because we're contractually obligated to be with each other at this point.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I figured the easiest thing we could do is a nice simple show that is nice, it's laid back, and we can really just enjoy it for what it is and then maybe have a nice conversation about things related to the show afterwards. It doesn't even need to be about the show specifically. This is a treat for you and me because y'all, we need it. Need it.
What is this?
Rem, it's a show you're familiar with.
Okay.
It's a revisit. And it's not one on my list of revisits because I didn't think it would be a super a guaranteed interesting revisit, but we can make it interesting. Which
it's
is why
on the rejected revisits pile, so you're he deserves a treat. We were just gonna ignore this one because no one gave a shit, but why not?
Actually, a lot of people did give a shit and thought, I'm so glad Remington's opinions about this show was positive because if they weren't, we were gonna find him and castrate him ourselves. Which is an extreme reaction to this particular anime.
Yeah, especially coming from Joey Wheeler there, god damn.
Yeah, no, he's usually such a laid-back guy. He just wants to play card games with Koiba.
All right, and so what is this thing that we were revisiting?
So I figured the most laid-back thing we could watch is a show we covered back at, early 2019. Rem, we need nice, warm, cozy feelings, so let's just go back and watch a bit more laid-back camp.
All right, hell, sure, why not?
Yeah, what do you remember about laid-back camp or a Yuru Camp?
I know that it was edutainment, light on the edu, it sort of taught camping stuff. Mostly it was just super chill and cute and relaxed.
Yes, it's a very relaxed, cute show, very gorgeous as well, a very pretty show. Just about 5 girls in their little camping club, and just experiencing camping, seeing new sights, and just having a little bit of lighthearted slice of life comedy moments here and there. And plus, there's a cute dog, several cute dogs actually.
Hell yeah.
And I thought that this would be a nice good treat for you and me. And I figured that if we don't have enough to talk about after we're done watching, we can discuss some of our camping experiences, because I don't know about you, Ren. But I've had some interesting camping experiences, one of which I've talked about in a pre-banter.
This is just a break of an episode, basically, where
yes.
There's a bit of anime, and then it's just us trying to recompose,
to relax, to really just take it in. Is this the revisit people wanted? No. But will people find this episode interesting and entertainment? I hope so. Ultimately, this is for our mental health, because Rem, fun fact, it actually just had a season 2. Yeah, no. Like, did it need a season 2? Not particularly. But does it have one, and is it very good and very wholesome and very enjoyable? Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean,
so
is there anything else
topical.
Is there anything else to properly say? Also, sometimes when you're describing a revisit, I pull up I just search it up on Google so I can see the art real quick.
Yep.
Remind myself what's going on.
Yep.
And the first result is for Wikipedia, and it has demographic seinen.
Yes. Which says a lot when you think about it. That just means that it's directed at
I've
people.
never been more confused about the Japanese categorization system than I am right this moment.
Yeah, all you need to read that as is, hey y'all, you need something nice and cozy, and maybe kids aren't going to be super interested in that. So
I don't think of Yuru Camp as hey adult men. I mean, don't get me wrong. We are here. We are in the demographic.
This is our shit. We love this shit.
Sure, why not? All right, let's.
But yeah, no, it is. It's just it's who it's kind of pointed at. It's yeah, sure, these are a bunch of cute girls in high school doing wholesome camping things. And I don't know. I guess people like camping, so hey. And this show does make you want to go camping. I will say that. It's hey, let's go camping. And then you actually go camping and you realize, oh my god, this is horrible. Why did we do this to ourselves? It's cold. I'm hungry. Everything tastes like campfire. But
the least surprising opinions to come from Shaun.
Hey, Rem. It's not like I spent 3 years of my life at a camp for 3 summers in a row,
Yeah,
it's not like I...
Fun fact, Shaun caught an STD at camp and announced it to everybody. That's a true story. All right, let's go to part 2! That story will be explained in part 2.
I don't know if it will, because I've already told it in a pre-banter.
Oh, get fucked, you'll never know!
Oh, God! It's in the pre-banter for episode 200, that's all I'm gonna say. With that in mind, let's go watch some Yuru Camp. I preferred it when we were talking about stingers and shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after watching all the way up to episode 10 of Yuru Camp, or Laid Back Camp. And Remington, truly, I want to know, is the show as enjoyable and relaxing as you remember, or do you have some deep-seated hatred that you need to just bring out to the world about this show? You really need to shit in somebody's Cheerios today. Do you really need to let something out? Because honestly, Rem, this is an episode where we can be open with each other. We can be honest about our feelings, and I just want to make sure that we're honest with each other because honesty is the best policy, and we've had a rough couple weeks.
You're basically asking if the last few weeks have just completely shattered my brain.
Yes.
Which fortunately there's permanent damage there, but nonetheless, Yuru Camp, lovely show, still a lovely show.
Oh, thank God, Rem,
I'm not gonna talk about every episode or anything like that.
What, you don't want to go into an extreme detailed diatribe of every episode of Yuru Camp that you watch?
Let me sum it up for everybody.
Okay, all right.
They go camping. They chat and have fun moments with each other. Repeat. Like, it's a very simple recipe, but it's also lovely and very well done. Like, it is, the comedy is very, very good. One of the most humorous shows we've ever seen that actually, like, makes me chuckle. Super cute. They love dogs in the show, and I love the dogs in the show. But it's not without criticism, Shaun.
Oh no. Oh, Rem, you don't understand. If you criticize this show, you're gonna have the comfy camper crowd coming after us. They'll get uncomfy, Rem.
I have one significant criticism, Shaun.
Rem, if you say it's the water, I'm going to kill you.
It's not the water. No, the water is lovely.
Okay. Then I think I can live.
But the CGI moped is real weird. I don't like it.
Pulls you right out of the environment. The second that moped pops up on screen, it's like, ooh, man, my comfy immersion, it's ruined.
Well, it's not always CGI is the thing, Shaun. Just when it's CGI is when it gets fucky.
When they're cutting a few corners to, like, because there'll often be really gorgeous painted sceneries, and then occasionally just a little.
yeah, I don't like that. But the characters are all fantastic. The relationship building is superb. Like, unironically, I think a lot of, like, regardless of genre, a lot of shows could learn about developing relationships and bonds between characters from this show, because all characters have relationships with all the other characters. It's not the case where it's like, yes, it all branches out of the main character and that's it. No, like, they all like each other and have different personalities, and it's lovely. It is just a tremendous show.
Rem, it's nice to have some simple positivity for once. I feel like recently there's just been just a little bit, like, if we're a nice balanced scale of, like, good wholesome, like, comedy content and, like, really harsh critical analysis, like, I feel like we're pretty balanced, but lately it just feels like it's been slightly tipped in, like, the harsh critical analysis.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Man, if only there was a way to, like, balance that out and prevent that. So really, I figured just stacking on the positivity for this episode would be a good way to go about it.
Well, but also, here's the thing. We've covered it all now.
Yeah, no. It's almost like
we've summed it up.
It's basically like I have a plan for all the anime we plan on revisiting. I have a whole list of things that I think would make good, interesting revisited episodes. And, like, I have some that are like, maybe we could revisit it. And then I have some that are like, nah, I think we got it, y'all. I think we got it. Like, I wouldn't be upset if Rem watched this in his own time or anything like that. We never talked about it ever again, just, like, except in, like, passing or in comparison. But y'all, there's not a whole lot to dissect when it comes to Yuru Camp, is there?
Well, especially because, once again, like, especially with this being a revisit, any, like, super particular thoughts I had were almost certainly in the first time we covered this. Like, it's lovely. It's super well done. If you think this might be something you would enjoy, it almost certainly is. It's great. It's genuinely high quality. Like, I don't want people thinking that it's, for example, there's a lot of really lighthearted slice of life comedy things that I enjoy, but aren't, like, super high quality in of themselves. They're not super thought out or anything. They're lovely and simple, and that's all they need to be. It is something more. And you get those lovely moments of even like more emotions. You're gonna feel happy, you're gonna be amused, you're gonna laugh. You're also going to be like, feel such a strong nostalgia and be like, oh god, oh fuck, the crippling weight of adulthood.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, Rim. That's a good point, because you and I can't just, like, go out into the mountains and chill for a weekend, can we?
Or at least we would have to, like, properly organize, set some time out.
Yeah, like
at least a month in advance.
It would take some doing. Not to mention, the fact of the matter is, I don't know about you, Rem, but my knowledge on the great outdoors is narrow, let's say, in terms of personal survival.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to wager I probably have a bit more than you.
I don't know. I've gone camping quite a bit.
And you do look homeless.
I do look homeless, which is I think a modifier. I think that's
Yeah,
a bonus.
you get a +1 to your survival because of the homeless appearance.
Yeah.
Like, it's not every day you watch a fella with long hair and a scruffy beard walking around in a Team Jesus shirt. Like that's just some strong homeless energy, my guy.
Shaun, I think we should both like you said in part one. Let's both share at least one just a little camping story, a little camping memory.
Yeah. What is your experience with camping, Rem? Because I can picture you going camping, but at the same time, if you had said to me right here, right now, I have never been camping in my life, I would also believe you.
No, I adore camping. Camping is lovely. But as I was reminiscing about camping memories, right? Like, there's a lot of like perfectly nice and lovely camping memories.
Right.
But amidst camping, and this is purely coincidental, but there have been 2 camping trips that held 2 of my worst ever panic attacks. And then there were 2 different camping trips that had 2 of my worst depressive episodes.
Oh my god. Rem.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh god, did Yuru Camp awaken some dark memories for you?
I understand why it's a seinen now.
These cute girls doing cute things is a metaphor for the entropy of man.
It's symbolic of my trauma. No, like, once again, it wasn't that the camping itself caused these things. It just happened to be the venue, you know?
Yeah, the setting, as it were.
Yeah.
If this was a one-act play, the setting would happen to be outside, which is a wild setting for a play if you think about it.
Yeah. But I just really enjoy going out, going camping. Rock climbing has also been fun. One thing that I feel like you're probably familiar with. When I was in elementary, there was like this, I guess it was a summer camp dealio, like a weekend summer camp. That I feel like you probably would have at least had the opportunity to go to, because it was like a statewide thing.
Sounds about right.
Are you familiar with Mill Hollow?
Mill Hollow, yes.
See,
yes.
I knew that would unlock some memories for him.
Oh God, the memory. Oh no, the memories.
True fact. The first time I went to Mill Hollow, so it's a week. It's a 3-day thing, right?
Right.
At least that's what I remember it as. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It was like it was weird because I feel like we got days off of school to do it.
No. This was like summer, but you'd sign up during school.
Was it? Oh,
I think so. Or alternatively, it might have been during like spring break or something.
I feel like that feels more accurate. Also, I just looked up Mill Hollow, and the first thing it gave me was a small playground in Cottonwood Heights, Utah. And I don't think that we're not talking about that.
Yeah, we're not just talking about a single. They just brought us to a playground, and said, "All right, you're here for 3 days. Good luck, fucker."
And that's how we really developed the hobo chic.
Yeah.
No. If I recall correctly, it was up to like a reservoir, like a big campsite at a reservoir, like a lake type of thing.
There was there was generally a lake, and there were like different hikes that were available, and there was also like a general store, and it was a good time. It was a lovely time, though. The first time I went to Mill Hollow, I don't know. I think 4th grade or something. I think they allowed it for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders or something like that.
I think I only went my 5th grade year, and that was a rough time for me.
But when I was 11 or 12, right? And at that point, I refused to go to the bathroom anywhere that wasn't home.
Rem. I feel like I remember bits of this story.
So Mill Hollow, 3-day trip. By the end of day 1, I'm like, I need to take a piss and take a shit. I was willing to take a piss. That I was willing to do. But I was like, there's no chance that I'm taking a shit. No, I think I might have also just not taken a piss. I think I refused to use the bathrooms entirely because I was like, public bathrooms. No, yeah, So I, unironically, little 11-year-old Remington, 3 days without going to the bathroom. And
My Christ, bud.
made it. My poor...
Did you?
I did, astoundingly. My poor fucking bladder.
People have died from that, Remington.
Hey, I'm not saying 11-year-old me was like, yes, medically speaking, this is the best move. it was, public bathrooms bad. And so I just didn't use them. Which, as you can imagine, made the hikes hell.
God. Yes, because some of those hikes were like a couple miles?
Yeah, and it was like on the train. Like, it doesn't fuck around when you're in elementary school. Yeah, it was an adventure. Also there, and I swear to God this is true because it's like it's a flashbulb memory. It's so linked into my brain. At Mill Hollow, at one point I was just walking around during the free time, right? And as I was walking around, I saw to me it looked like some sort of wasp or something, right?
Okay.
But its stinger was like 2 to 3 inches long. I swear to God.
That is a possibility, my guy. Like,
I booked it the other way.
As you should.
I was terrified. Immediately told my best friend about it.
All the while, you're like slightly shifting from one foot to the other because you're just so full of piss and shit.
I don't know whether or not it was during that particular excursion. Who knows?
Oh, goodness. Like, because I'm trying to think of like native insects, and like I think we have cow killers here. That could have been what it was. Although, actually, no way. I think cow killers are. I think the ones with the big stingers actually don't fly, so that might not have been it.
I see, and I felt like it. I feel like it was flying.
Yeah.
Like, if any of you know the insects of Utah, there were a couple people who called bullshit when I was there, like a couple of the other kids, and I was like, I know what I fucking saw, dude.
You know. Do you remember what color it was, Rem?
I do not remember vividly the color. Probably some general like brownish yellowish dealio. But what is ingrained to me is just like the stinger that felt like it was the size of the rest of its body. It felt like it was half stinger.
Half stinger, all terror.
Yeah, no, it was fucked up. There was another time, another instance I was camping with the family. Well, one of us threw a rock into a river, and I'll be damned, it hit a fish and killed that fish, and we got a fish. Just
you murdered a fish?
I mean, hey, he had it coming.
He had it coming. He had it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was fucking Chicago. Was that the theme of the camp that year? Because I feel like I vaguely remember Mill Hollow having themes like at some point.
Maybe that might be a thing. I can't remember.
Like, this is some deeply suppressed memories because, like, y'all, you're gonna have to remember this was nearly like 15 to 20 years ago, I think. Oh God, we're getting old. Oh God.
Living the dream.
My goodness, what an excursion! And those weren't like the severely traumatizing moments for you.
No, well, I mean, what? All right, so one of the worst panic attacks I had was at Mill Hollow, where
you too, huh?
I woke up in the middle of the night and my brain was just fucked, like immediate panic attack apropos of nothing. No idea why, but it was messed up. So I mean, one incident was there, but
not related to giant scary bugs or
or just needing to share.
Being so jam packed that This is a separate incident.
A shit-induced panic attack.
Oh, I've got to go so bad. My body is shutting down. The anxiety is killing me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh God, I'd love to know what kind of creature you saw was, because it could have
I
been
also want to
anything.
know.
Because I just scrolled through a list of insects that are stinging and in Utah.
Yeah.
There's apparently something that's called a horntail wasp that does look like 90% stinger. Or like, there are some. Okay, you know what? We live in a terrifying fucking state. I'm gonna say it. Like, some of these things are genuinely terrifying.
I feel validated, I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, like, because, like, I know there are insects with stingers that huge. Like, the first one that comes to mind is, like, the cow killer. Because, like, if you look at, like, a female cow killer, or a velvet ant, they're called as well, they have a stinger that actually extends out like one of the old school lightsaber toys, almost.
Oh, fuck.
And they kind of can, like, wiggle it around and stab it into things. And
This has become such a horrifying episode.
oh yeah, this comfy episode that's loosely about a lovely laid-back camping show.
We spent 5 minutes being like, look how adorable and high quality this cute little anime is. Now, let's talk about shit and stingers. So...
If we named our episodes, like other podcasts do, off of things we've said in the podcast, Shit and Stingers would be a great episode title, if not for the cursing.
But which one of us is shit? Which one of us is stinger?
Let's not go down that route.
I'll be honest, Shaun.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay.
I don't think either of us are shit, but I think I'm obviously stinger. That's unfortunate.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and why do you get to be Stinger?
Oh, I mean, I think we all get it. Like, abrasive. I got the zingers. Right.
Oh, I see. I thought it was just because you once saw a bug with a big ass stinger.
Because I once saw the bug. I saw the bug shot, so I get the nickname. Ignore the fact that I also needed to shit. That's less relevant.
Oh God. Why? You know, I know we didn't finish the whole first season, but I really wish those last 2 episodes had a shit and stinger plot line in it. That would have made it really interesting.
All right, Shaun. So we can agree that this episode's pretty fucked up right now, right?
Oh yeah, we're a little fucked up.
So here's my recommendation. Right?
What's your recommendation, Remington? What the actual fuck is that?
Oh wait, what'd you find?
Possibly the scariest fucking insect that apparently lives near here. That is a
no.
possible contender for what you saw. And if you have to cut this out, Dylan, that's fine. But like, oh my fuck. The giant Ichneumon wasp, long-tailed variety.
What the fuck?
I am horrified.
What the fuck?
Like, y'all, if you want to talk about something that is 90% stinger, that is like 110% stinger with like a little 5% of it is the actual bug.
I can feel my trauma returning. All right, Shaun. So, clearly this episode's nice and fucked up. So
Yes.
I think the only direction to go from here,
Okay.
it is something that our biggest fans are intimately familiar with. Question 1.
Wait, what, wait, what are you doing? I couldn't understand you because you were laughing so hard.
Question 1.
Question 1, okay.
How are you getting to your campsite?
Rem, no! We are not doing a quiz
And
in
here
an
we are.
actual
And
episode!
yet here we are during a shitty BuzzFeed quiz in an actual episode instead of in the pre-banter. Look, we've broken all the rules this episode already. All right, I'm gonna keep breaking them.
You're gonna keep
I'm gonna keep breaking them for my sake. So how
you
are you
don't want to
getting?
hear my interesting story?
Fuck your No, I mentioned your story. You got an STD at camp and told everyone about it.
Okay,
So,
no, that's not
you-
how that happened.
How
That
are
is-
you getting to your campsite, Shaun?
Oh
A
my-
car, a truck, a bus, bike, walk, or other?
A car, obviously.
Where are you gonna camp? A beach, a lake, mountains, forest, cave, or the desert? Don't camp in the desert, y'all.
That's how you die.
Like,
Y'all, we live in Utah. This place is 90% desert. Like, we've got a few oases of, like, decent environments, but they don't stay decent for long. And the desert is a big fuck no. That's where most of these scary fucking insects live, by the way.
yeah, fuck those things.
Like, there are fucking tarantula hawks out there. I ain't going anywhere near
I have camped in the desert before, but I usually prefer something more watery.
I would say mountains.
more
Mountains. Like, I grew up in the mountains. I like the mountains. I taught camp for 3 years at a mountain.
All right, who are you inviting? Don't worry, I already selected me.
Oh, you're an option, are you?
I mean, yeah.
Like, it says, who are you inviting? Friends, family, Remington.
Yeah, I'm the other option right here.
Yes. Man, what a tailored BuzzFeed quiz. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I would take my friends, obviously.
All right, next question. It's just a question about your tent, and it's a relatively meaningless question. Don't worry about it. Pick something to have for dinner. Quesadilla, salad. Look, you can't have a camping salad, all right? That doesn't have any. All right. Burger, hot dog, chili, or other.
Other. Other is like a bullshit answer in a quiz, but all of those things do not scream camping food to me.
I mean, hot dog is a camping food.
I mean, it can be, and so can burgers, technically, but
no, but hot dog is like, out of these options, hot dog or chili, they're the best camping foods. Chili, because you can easily just, put a bunch of shit in a pot, heat it up, cool, right?
Yeah.
But then for hot dog, you stick that weenie on a stick, there you go, buddy.
Yeah, the only downside is you have to like hot dogs, and your boy doesn't, so...
Oh, man. Have you never had a fire-roasted weenie, just like campfire roasted?
I have, and it hasn't done much for me.
You're out of your mind.
I love other sausages, but your bog standard hot dog just doesn't do it for me.
All right.
I love a brat, but...
Fuck your brat. Fuck your brat. Fuck you, fuck your brat.
Hey. Don't go dissing my brats. I like my thick boys.
Oh, I know. What are you doing? Are you hiking, telling ghost stories, swimming, reading, eating, or other?
Y'all, whoever wrote this quiz needs to stop with the other.
It's true. It's just the lazy answer.
It is the lazy answer. God, every time I've been camping, swimming, I've always avoided like the plague. Because that water is cold as fuck.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
It can be fun for a bit, but once you get out, you want to die. Never really told many ghost stories. As spooky of a fan as I am.
I have a hot take about ghost stories by the campfire.
What's that?
Great conceptually, but the fact of the matter is, people just don't have ghost stories. Like, they just...
That's true.
Nor can they come up with one worth a damn. It's sort of playing, like Never Have I Ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh yeah, we all understand, and that can be an enjoyable game. But nobody, like, everybody just wants to say things that they've done. It just becomes like, hey guys, want to hear this unique thing I did? And it's like, no, but that's not what the game is, though. It's just one of those things where it's like, all right, yeah, conceptually it's fine, but in practice, it's just not great.
I will interject though, Rem. I don't think telling ghost stories has ever turned into a sex game, though.
Hey, maybe not the way you're telling them.
Well, we've been over this. We don't have any, so it's not gonna happen. I think I'm hiking mostly, like,
yeah,
like going around and exploring.
100%. I can agree with that. What snack will you eat? Or I think better, what are you gonna bring? Chips, right. Sour candy, bread, popcorn, pretzels, or other?
Fuck your other. Fuck your other.
You other fucker.
Probably like bars, like candy bars, energy bars, things like that, yeah.
That would be other.
Oh, is that... Wait, didn't you say like...
No, I said sour candy.
Sour candy? Why are you bringing sour candy camping?
I don't know, it can be nice and zesty.
In that case, I'm probably going chips, because that pairs well with whatever we're eating camp food-wise.
I think popcorn is a fun camping.
Popcorn is a good answer, but popcorn is risky, because if you don't do it just right, you're gonna fuck that popcorn up, and it's gonna be sad.
It's true.
At least with chips, you know what you're getting, and you can't fuck up a chip.
Final question. Let's talk about dessert. Cookies. Okay, I can understand that. Donut. Okay. Cupcakes. Pushing it.
Mm.
Cupcakes, not a camping snack.
Yeah.
Cake. Also not a camping snack.
Let me just walk up the mountainside with a whole ass German chocolate cake in my hands. That'll be a great idea.
Yeah, or macaron, or as they wrote it, macaroon, or other.
Donuts, because those are less likely to get fucked up in transit.
Yeah, and they're just like easy to carry around, easy to manage. It's either that or cookies. If you chose anything else, you're insane.
You're out of your fucking mind. Like,
all right, do you want to know what this quiz was for?
Oh God, tell me, Rem.
In a way, it's very fitting if you just don't think about it at all. Plan a camping trip, and we'll tell you what sauce you are, and you're honey mustard, my boy. That's what we learned.
Ren, this is gonna sound wild. This is gonna be a phrase that I don't think anybody has ever said in their goddamn lives. But I'm gonna say it. I preferred it when we were talking about stingers and shit.
Oh, God. All right. This was an off-the-wall episode, but it's okay. It's okay that it was off the wall.
We needed this, Rem. We needed a break. Because truly, the last time we had a non-episode episode may have been when we first started the podcast and did the One Punch Man episode.
Oh, man.
Which, y'all, sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need it. Only problem is, Rem, oh my God. So you don't want to, so you're not going to let me explain the camping STD story because...
Oh, no, God, no.
No.
I explained it already. Don't worry, I got you covered.
That's not, you haven't explained it.
I told the story.
You told a story, a fabrication based on truth.
Hey, based on truth, he says. That's all we need to hear.
It was a metaphorical STD, Rem. It was ephemeral, and it didn't actually exist. I was fucking 15. If I had an STD at age 15, I was doing something incredibly wrong, or depending on your perspective, incredibly right.
Well, there we have it. He was only 15 when he got his first STD. Tune in next time to hear about the others.
I hate you. It's okay, fine. I'll keep my story. That wasn't the story I was going to tell. I was going to tell a story about how me and like 13 people overdosed on caffeine, but you know what? That's fine. We can leave it at that. The point of the matter is...
Well, yeah, that was just the prelude to the STD story, you know? You all get hopped up on caffeine, Monster Energy drink, have an orgy, there you go.
Oh, God. Yeah, considering this was a church-run campsite, that would have been a wild scenario.
Hey, man. That time at Bible camp.
Oh, my God. I don't doubt that things like that happened. I just know for a fact it didn't happen to me.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah. Yes, I want to be clear to everybody, to all of our listeners, they definitely didn't happen to Shaun. What? Sean? I'm supporting your story. That these things definitely did not happen.
I am at a loss with you, Remington Chase. Because there are two ways for me to respond to this. One of them is like, yeah, of course, obviously none of these things happened, corroborating my first story, which makes me, seem good. It's like, obviously he didn't have an STD at camp.
No, yeah, obviously, yeah, 100%. These things, these are definitely just fictional.
The other thing is you saying that I am so pathetic and sad that while everybody around me at my camp with minimal to no adults present were having grand teenage times, I was the sole person sitting in the cabin playing on my Game Boy Advanced SP.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
Oh my Christ, Remington. Oh my God, what has happened to us? What has happened to us? How long have we been doing this? 35 minutes? Okay, cool. So Rem, do you have any final thoughts on Yuru Camp? Do you think people should watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they
Perfect.
should. So I'll be honest. If you made it this far, it clearly wasn't for the anime. Like, that's not what this episode is for. Yuru Camp, go watch it.
This episode will be a grand experiment of what not to do in podcasting. We're gonna watch the middle of this episode is gonna
we can't have most of our episodes this way. We know that the vast majority need to be decent and high quality and talking about the anime, etc., etc. But y'all, it's been a rough couple weeks. Just allow us this, and we'll be back on form next week, probably.
Yep. Probably. Don't say probably. Say guaranteed.
Who can tell?
Guaranteed. Our structure is what makes us accessible, Rem. Oh. No, I'm done. I'm going to leave any potential stories for the future. Maybe I'll answer them in a Q&A or something down the line. Speaking of which, we need to record another one of those. We keep getting a lot of questions, and we haven't answered any of them. But that's besides the point. So I suppose, Rem, do you have a guess at what the MAL score for Yuru Camp is?
12.
12! It breaks the system. It's so good, it transcends the shitty weeb system. No, Rem, with 179,000 ratings, it's sitting at an 8.27.
That's genuinely fair.
Yeah, it's a universally loved show. The only, bad reviews I've seen for it are concerning. The reviews I read tell us more about the reviewers than they do about the show itself, if you catch my meaning.
It's an extreme... anything you would want this show to give you, it does. So it does everything you think it would very well.
The most scathing review I've seen for this one is the only purpose of the show is to be a cute, shallow show that has no substance.
I disagree with... I do not think it's shallow. I think that it's light, but light and shallow are different.
Yeah, no, it is a delightful show, and if this is the episode of our podcast that has guaranteed to convince everybody to go watch it. Certainly not the first one we covered, 3 years ago, where we actually went into in-depth as to what made this a good and entertaining show. This is the one. But I suppose the final question I have to ask you, Rem, any chance you'd like to watch a little bit more Yuru Camp?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, fantastic. We will never cover it again on the podcast. Because if this is what happens, we can't do that anymore, Rem.
I mean, somewhat reasonable.
Yeah,
makes sense.
It happened. Thankfully, though, hopefully Dylan will have an easy time editing this week. We love you, Dylan, very much, and we're sorry for last week.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed us going into a fever dream of an episode, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and leave us a review. It means the world to us, and we do read every single one. And if you'd like to support us more directly, you can head on over to twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext, where myself, Remington, and Dylan occasionally play video games incredibly poorly. And lately, it's mostly just been the Bully Shaun show, so if you want to see what that looks like, please come and entertain yourself. But if you'd like to support us even more directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus material, including having the opportunity to have your name read aloud on the podcast. So, Remington, who are we thanking this week?
Well, as always, we would like to send our regards to all of our bland bitch protagonists, as well as our magical girls, who we really appreciate. But moving on, we reach our yandere waifus, who invite us to go out camping and then abandon us in the middle of nowhere. And on that list we have Alex, Zionist Demon School of Law and Home Defense for Home Rule, Xanax, You Crazy Bastards Did It, I Made It to Finals Week and will graduate in May, I truly had the power of God and anime on my side, hell yeah, good for you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yontosaurus Rex, Yandere Neko, you here, Why Shaun, What Are You Doing, Step Shaun, Walk Me Home Gently, Wacky Hypotheticals, Juliana, Trenton Farrell, Totally God, To Rem's Girl, the tongue-punching thing is to make him uncomfortable. Don't read next part. Rem, just tell me when and where. Am I being propositioned?
I think you might be.
Am I being full-on proposition?
Someone has kindly donated to the Patreon to proposition you.
Hey, probably not, but I appreciate the gumption.
That takes some gumption.
Titan CNH, Tim Westy, The Susanator, that film guy, that was the worst throw ever of all time. Tetsuo 13, silent secondary. Shaun, I have to confess I spent way too much money on white swords, and I'm Shioko's little bitch now. Help me, I'm addicted. Shaun, can I tickle you? Chef is producing a Ruby adaptation, so my Yang cosplay will be relevant again. Shaun, can you give me a masculine meow for me, please? If not, Dylan, please insert one.
Meow.
School Days and Clanid for the feels. Salty Pretzel. Run, she's a ghost and a bitch. Ross Palmer. Rhiannon Williams. Rem's a harem MC, but instead of waifus, he has the patrons. Rem is a bland bitch tsundere protagonist. Remington Merrill. No waifu, no lifu. Nick Harvey. Nando the Mando. My Afro ate my dog. Mr. Marshmallow Man. Mike the Mutilator. Mikeka 7 Hierto. Mexican Gone Freaks. Matthew Drum says Shaun's a bitch. Matt02 Max. Lukey O. Luke Offenberger. Kazu Morocco. Casey Mosley, Cassidy, Julian Garcia, Jax, Jamhands. It's Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Let's watch some ecchi BS. If I did any more, I would risk reopening my wounds, says Misaka as she wipes the sweat off her forehead. I, Remington, redact my statements on Toradora. Also, hey Dylan, wanna fuck ooh. I want Rem to ruin Darling and the Franks for me. I'm Remington, enjoy Moe Lolly Girls. I guess you're on Keter duty. Hunter Davies. Hey you, slap on my knob like corn on a cob, then give me head like a Rem in bed, do a moan. Hey everyone, come check out my new podcast, Anime Talk with Rem, where I, Remington Chase, finally admit that I am massive wee. Hashtag Jordan was right. Glenn Michael Dolan, fuck of love, Fox and Boy. First we had Leanus Weenus, then Biggest Dickus, now we present Deletus Fetus, brought to you by Gugus Gagus. Finally got my husband to admit that a boy love anime has a cute romance story, now to make him watch Daikachi and ruin that thought. Farmer Weeb's bad pickup line of the week, if nothing lasts forever, will you be my nothing? Fantide, Extreme Cobra, Epic Amy, Dylan's voice, Rem's charisma, and Shaun's culture would make the perfect man. Now to lure you guys into my fusion chamber. Dramatic T, Data Type, Darkstorm 713, Daddy Dylan's yogurt doesn't taste yummy at all, Creed 13, Shy 900, Cheese Monkey, Cage in the House, Brockard for Geodudes, Big Blue Bear Boy, Audio Glitch, Ariel Bird, Elise Howard, AJ Honey, Adam McLaughlin, 23 weeks to pure electric 480 HP, 600 pound-foot of torque. Next we get to our Boy Wizard tier. All sorts of magical stuff happen at a magical school, and this time at the magical school, everybody will be given one of the best camp spots in the entire world.
Not to interrupt, Rem, but I just read up on that giant Econumen wasp. Apparently that thing is not a stinger. It's an ovipositor.
What the fuck?
Still, yeah, no,
that's just as spooky.
I think that's spookier. That's how it lays its eggs. It sticks it in like trees and wood and shit, and like just fills things with eggs.
Oh fuck the accuracy. All right, so we go to the first Boy Wizard. Warning, you're 799 episodes away. We're gonna start with a list from IndiaTimes.com, and you get the Wadi Al Gamal Nature Reserve in Egypt. So go over there, enjoy. We have Vincent Calabrese. You get Mambo Camp in Botswana. Team Dulu has taken Cedar City and Ice Age to declare the Simon Theater is magnificent. Stay tuned as Team Dulu slowly takes Utah. You get Cotter's 1920 Camp in Kenya. Stick Meat, you get Paperbark Camp in Australia. Oh yeah, Australia.
I'm sorry, Australians who listen to us. I know there are some of you out there. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I've lost my mind. Stick Meat, you get Longitude 131, also in Australia. Silicon Spectre, you get Otter Creek in Maharashtra. I don't know, man. I'm so sorry. Rivas, you get Le Brevedent in Le Havre. Return to Sender, you get Le Broquier in the Midi-Pyrenees.
I apologize to the people of that nation as well.
Rat Visa, the Finnish, and the one who summoned 7 heroes from across space and time. You get La Rosa campsite in the United Kingdom. Pocket Gamer 513, you get just the entirety of the Swedish archipelago. So just the entirety of it, I guess. Please do Angel Beats, please. You get Mount Cook National Park, New Zealand.
Ooh, lovely.
PL Mayor, you get Devon in England.
Camping in England must be a wild experience.
OMG, really? Can you not read? Clearly you can, because you just read it. How do we keep this on the down low if you act so carelessly? And the once again, hidden character limit. You get Loch Lomond and the Trossachs. You get a 2-for-1 in Scotland.
Ooh.
Momo the Griff, you get the Alps in France. Mike wants an Overlord review, Hassa National Park in Finland. Miguel Deleon, you get Skan or Skan in Sweden. Maitawa says, if you ever review Monogatari series, I insist on 3 arcs rule. You get, hey, Zion National Park, Utah, baby.
Hey, that's one I've actually been to, and
I almost died there. Like, straight up, I got so close to dying.
Angel's Landing?
Angel's Landing, and I tripped and I fell, and genuinely 6 to 8 inches from me falling like thousands of feet.
Yeah, y'all, if you want to give yourself a minor heart attack if you have any fear of heights, look up Angel's Landing.
I it didn't register to me, like, oh, could have died. But until, like, I was able to get up, and everybody, like, both my friends and just the people who were there were like, what the fuck? They were all like, are you okay? And I was like, oh yeah, that could have been bad.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because people fall off of that thing and die all the time. Because it's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. If you're gonna go to Zion's, do it. It's one of the most beautiful places.
Lovely hike.
Angel's Landing? Unless you're very safe, don't. I'm just gonna say it.
I was
don't.
very safe except for that moment. Anyway.
Yeah, don't.
Inuyasha's my favorite crypt. It says, is your name Yuki because you know I'm crazy for you? You get Vancouver Island, British Columbia. I'm not sorry for forgetting to change my name for so long, and goodbye for now. I shall return. Lord Brocktooth. Lord Brocktooth, you get Patagonia in both Argentina and Chile. Irem would just like to let everyone know that I suck and that I'm a girl and I like ribbons in my hair. Sigh. And you get Asturias in Spain. Hinata's Ball of Sunshine. Hinata's Ball of Sunshine. You get Connemara in Ireland. Hey kids, throws Biscuit into Abyss. Fetch. You get the Simeon Mountains in Ethiopia. That look phenomenal. They look stunning. Harrison, you get Tasmania in Australia. I heard they have lovely devils. I'm sorry.
You know that's a real animal, right? Like it's not just a
yeah, no,
Looney
I'm
Tune.
aware.
Okay, just making sure.
Go ahead, call the cops. It won't unvirgin the olive oil. You get the Seto Inland Sea in Japan. Gay as fuck, but without the fuck, because I'm Ace, wants a revisit to Yuri on Ace and a Banana Fish episode. You get Ladakh, India. It also reminds me, I was going to make this comment in the episode. We've already fucked this formula up enough. But I was going to comment that Yuru Camp is now officially one of my favorite Yuri anime. And you can pretend otherwise, but
No, I get what you're saying.
it's one of the cutest romances we've ever seen.
Yep. It doesn't say romance, but it's definitely got some they were roommate vibes.
yeah. We go to Fisherman from Norway. You are going to get Corcovado National Park in Costa Rica. Beethoven 1201, aka Kohei Izumi. You are going to get Zakynthos, Greece. Autumn Horton, you are going to get Denali National Park in Alaska. Anime Girl, you get to go camping in Miyajima, Japan. And Choi 4, go on over to Hauslucht in Germany.
Apologies, Germans.
Hey man, no apologies necessary. I nailed that. They know it. All Father's Cursed Fact of the Week. Your time is limited and you're wasting it listening to an anime podcast. Patreon credits.
Oh jeez, that's a little too real for us, y'all.
You get Big Sur, California. Aaron Hegland, you're going to get Hassa National Park in Finland. And last but not least, for the Boy Wizards 2 section, I have to show you my Rule 34 of Yui. It's my favorite of my many folders. You are going to get St. Michael's Mount in England. So there you go. Everybody has that. And now we move on finally to the inappropriate Joey Wheeler tier, where there's so many more of you now.
And little parting the kimono a little bit. Both me and Rem are losing our fucking minds over this. In a good way and a
yeah,
bad
but, like,
way.
we appreciate you all, but oh man, the amount of fan fiction.
Like, my God.
All right, so here's how we're gonna do it. I am going to give a piece of camping advice, and then Shaun, as Joey Wheeler, will tell you what happens if you don't follow that advice. So,
Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
and he'll make it fucked up. Isn't that right, Shaun? So we start with X-Boosh. X-Boosh, for you, you gotta check the weather forecast.
Hey, if you don't check the weather forecast, the weather's gonna fork your ass.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
Next we go, to be fair, most people can't pull things out of the oven with their butts.
What?
Are you referencing us? Did we say something like that?
Oh, it feels like it's something that we could have said, or it could be a very niche reference that even I don't get, and I'm scared of both answers, honestly.
Well, for you, take a first aid kit.
If you don't have a first aid kit on hand, one of them giant wasps is gonna stick its ovipositor in you, and that's bad.
The redneck weeb returns thanks to moonshine and jiggle physics. Don't forget about lighting.
If you don't have good lighting, the bears will get you. Don't know why, but they will.
Shaun, we should watch Helsinger Bridge next week. For you, the advice I'm gonna give is don't pitch up under a tree.
If you pitch up under a tree, you might get some pine needles on your trading cards.
Oh my god.
That would
Magic
be awful.
Ice Ball. Magic Ice Ball, leave your tech at home.
Actually, you should take your tech with you, because if you leave your tech at home, that's a bad thing. That's how people get feckin' lost. What the fuck? Who gave that advice? Holy shit, are you drunk? I get you want to disconnect, but if you don't have your tech with you, that's a good way to get fucking lost in the woods and die. Holy shit.
Logan Young, you know, you don't need tech, but what you do need, apparently, according to this list, make your setup twinkle with fairy lights.
What? Alright, so I'm starting to understand that this list was made by somebody who knows jack shit about camping, and generally speaking, should probably watch Yuru Camp, because it'll give them much better advice. Yeah, because if you don't have them twinkling lights, I don't know, you won't have the proper mood lighting for when a masked serial killer comes and kills you? I don't know. Fuck.
I'm
gonna go play some card games.
We go to my dear old mom.
Ah, crap, there's more.
There's quite a few more. My advice for you, there's nothing wrong with being over-prepared.
That's not advice. That's just common fucking sense. If you're not over-prepared, you're under-prepared. Because I'll tell you right now, if you think you're perfectly prepared, you forgot something. Dumbass.
Coral Empire. Make sure to check your campsite rules.
Oh, God. Yeah, because here's the thing, y'all. If you don't check your campsite rules, you're gonna start a fire and be like, hey, yo, you can't start a fire. Then you gotta pay a fine, and then you go to jail. You go to forest jail.
Then we have Blood Cell, not the white one. Sorry for the name confusion. Made it originally Wow High. It happens to all of us. Prepare for camping with your dog.
Hey, yo. I just want to point this out, y'all. There are lots of kinds of dogs out there, and if you bring, like, a Pomeranian camping with you, y'all, Pomeranians look delicious to bears. That's all I'm gonna say. So
Then
the only preparation you got there is a bit of salt for flavor.
Then we have Ashley Poe and Andrew Poe. And you guys, don't forget the tea bags. Andrew doesn't know that it's happening yet, is the thing.
Yeah.
He won't know till his birthday fan fiction.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, okay, perfect. All right. Sorry, what was the advice?
Don't forget the tea bags.
Right, because if you're going with your friends and you don't crouch over their mouth, they're gonna think you're some kind of nerd. No, what the fuck? Don't forget the tea bags. What the fuck kind of advice is that? Like, specifically for camping? Yeah, sure, having a nice cup of tea is nice and all. But like, I... what? Look, all I'm saying is, whoever wrote this list needs to actually go camping and realize, oh, I don't know shit about camping. Where do I hang the fucking fairy lights? I got the tea bags, but I forgot the kettle. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
And last but not least, going above and beyond, we have Dylan Hayden. And while I could say the genuinely 8 times that the list has brought up temperature thus far, instead, I'm just gonna tell you, pack some duct tape.
Are we sure that this person is not a serial killer?
I don't know, but Dylan might be. All right, so thank you all for tuning in. If you want to reach out to us, whether it's for comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, you can tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Once again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. We all love you very, very much. And as always, don't fuck your sister.
Dude. Hey nerd, come here and kiss me square on the mouth. Kiss me with tongue, you loser.
So the first question is, Rem, what qualities do you look for in a man?
Penis. Based on truth, he says. That's all we need to hear.
It was a metaphorical STD, Rem. I preferred it when we were talking about stingers and shit.